everybody, I had to come on here because I had to talk about this Diddy trial. Man, oh man, the plot thickens. Now, I have been watching the coverage of Armand Wiggins. Armand Wiggins, if you want the real coverage, like you were there with them when all this stuff was going down with the freak offs and everything, you got to watch Armand Wiggins coverage. He's there in New York. He goes to the trial. Also, Tisa Tells, she's there at the trial. But the only problem I got with Tisa Tells, she's pretty good with her coverage, but she just keep on addressing those super chats throughout her trying to explain the coverage, trying to explain what happened or her notes and stuff. She keep pausing, she talk too fast, and she just keep on talking about, shouting out her people that's giving her super chats during the whole her explaining the trial. So I can't watch Tisa Tells. But Armand Wiggins, that's the one. He broke that thing down all week, really, but last night he really broke it down with the text messages, with Cassie and Diddy text messages. And my thing is, okay, in the beginning, but see, I already peeped game from way back, from last year or whatever, when it first happened. I already knew it was money motivated. But at the same time, even though I know it was money motivated, Diddy was still dead wrong for what he did to that girl, beating that girl like that. But from the video, like when they showed the extended video, when she was just chilling, putting on lip gloss and just hanging around, I was like, because I am a survivor of domestic violence. I've got my behind whooped in a relationship before. So I know when you just catch a beat down, you ain't trying to be putting on no lip gloss and you ain't hanging around. You trying to get the heck up out of there. Girlfriend was just calm, cool, and collected, just chilling like in a hallway, going through her bag. She's still putting on lip gloss. She ain't running. She ain't screaming. She just got a beat down and just was like, okay, this is just a regular Tuesday. And then Diddy comes outside in a robe. He sits down in a chair in the hallway. She's still just like standing there. Like, if you frantic and you afraid for your life, you trying to get the hell up out of there. You ain't trying to stick around. And it's just so many things that is just not making Cassie look good in this situation. It's just given, right now it's given, to me, it's just given woman scorn. She was upset about his other women. And this was later on in the relationship. So you can't say that, oh, well, she was, whatever. But this was after the freak offs, after the beat downs. She still was worried about him being with other women. She still was worried about him being with the girl Gina Han or whatever. And she was jealous of Kim Porter. Like, and I understand when you're in a relationship and you in love, and even if you are getting beat down, you still love that person. And they trying to say Stockholm Syndrome. But Stockholm Syndrome, you are rewarding, with Stockholm Syndrome, you are attached to your captor. And you don't want to get them in trouble. You protect them. Okay, they said she was doing that. She didn't want to get them in trouble and things like that. But you're not looking forward to the bad times. You holding on to the good times when your captor was being nice to you. That's what you're holding on to. With Cassie, she's saying that the freak offs was so bad, so bad, so bad, you know, that was like, I guess that was the worst part of the relationship, is being humiliated with the freak offs. But she was wanting the freak offs. So how was that Stockholm syndrome? Because like I said, with Stockholm syndrome, you want those times when he was treating you good. You want to protect him. You miss those good times that y'all had. That's what you're holding on to. So you'll take the beatings or whatever, and you become attached to your captor because he saved your life, or he didn't kill you, or he was nice to you, he fed you, he clothed you. You hold on to that. This girl was enjoying the very thing that she said was the worst part of it, which was the freak offs. Now, when we first got that, when we first saw the documents in 2023, when this whole thing came out, when she was explaining to the world what freak offs were, we all thought that, oh, this was like torture for her. This was like the worst thing. But nobody knew until yesterday that she was requesting it and loved it. So which one is it, sis? Either you hated it, he used it as a form of whatever, abuse for you, or you loved it. And then, you know, she's talking about she was raped. I don't know nobody that was raped and then want to go back and have sex with the person that raped them. I don't know nobody that did that. So it's just a lot of loopholes in this. Cassie is not looking as innocent as she portrayed herself to be. And it's just a lot of mess. And I think it's money motivated. I think she's a woman scorned. I think she was upset about not ever being the main girl. I think she was upset that he never married her. He never had no kids by her. He still had his main chicks, which was like Kim for a little bit, and then he went and got other chicks even after, while Cassie was still hanging around. And then I think my opinion is when she really got upset after they broke up and whatever, and he put Miami on Carisha with, you know, having a show on what's the name of that show she got? Revolt TV and all that. And I know Cassie was like, well, look, I've been around for 10 plus years. You ain't get me nothing. All I got was, you know, corporate premieres with you, but she was eye candy. Obviously, she was just eye candy. She looked good on his arm. She was a super freak, just like him. You know, and I just feel like she was a woman scorned. And I feel like you can't, and we all been a fool for a man at some point of our lives. A lot of us. I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but a lot of women been a fool for a man. But does that mean that, yeah, we all would love for all the men that treated us wrong and did us dirty, you know, and took advantage of us. We would all like to see them get locked up or get locked away for life, you know, during the time when we upset about it. But is that realistic? Is that realistic? You got to just learn from your mistakes. You got to take the L, sis. You got your money. You got to take the L. Like, you got paid for it. A lot of us got free ass whoopings. We ain't get paid. You know? We got our behinds whooped for free. We just had to take the lesson. But like I said, Diddy is guilty. He is guilty. But he can't be charged with the domestic violence because they settled. But he is guilty of being a jerk, being an asshole. That's what Diddy is guilty of. All this sex trafficking and all this crap, I'm not buying that, because girlfriend was down with the shits, okay? For whatever reason, whatever her motive was, whatever, we all been a fool. We all been a fool. But you can't sit there and say, oh, he took advantage of me and this and that. No, you was down with it. You can't send this man to jail for life because you volunteered to be a fool for 10 years. You know? We don't all get that privilege. We don't get that privilege. And I do hope Diddy get off, but I hope Diddy get off and I hope he turn his life around. I want to see him get out, and I want to see what he does with his life. I want to see what he does with his life. And trust me, if he don't turn his life around, oh, he will be back in this situation again. But everybody deserves second chances. God is the God of second chances and third chances and fourth chances. But I want to see Diddy get out, and I want to see what Diddy going to do. I want to see him turn his life around, become a better person. If this don't change Diddy, nothing will change Diddy. God gonna have to sock it to him even more. If he get out of this and he don't take heed to what God is trying to tell him, then he just a lost cause. I give him this one. I give him this one. But if he get out and he don't do the right thing, he's still doing people dirty. First of all, if I was him, I wouldn't even want to be bothered with nobody. I would get out and I would see who all my friends were and how they turned their back on me and whatever. You know, if they were mad at him because what he did, then they would have been mad at him during the time when it was happening. Don't get mad at him after he get caught and act like you don't want to be associated with him now. You shouldn't have been associated with him when it was happening, because I know you all know it was happening. Don't act like you ain't know nothing about what was going down. Just on his character alone and how he treat people. They might not have known about the freak-offs, but they knew that he was a scumbag, and they still chose to deal with him. So now that he got caught, you know, now everybody want to shy away. But if he get over this, if I was him, I wouldn't deal with nobody. I wouldn't even deal with the industry no more. I will be done with the industry. I will be done. He got enough millions left over to take him through the rest of his life. Them kids need to get their own jobs, their own careers, whatever. Not in the entertainment business. And they need to go live their life and go join the church or something and praise God for the victory. But I pray that Diddy gets the victory on this and learns something from it. That's my prayer, that he learns and he turns from his wicked ways. That's my prayer. Cassie is not innocent. She's not. She was a participant player in this whole sexcapade. This was nothing but two drug addicts having sex, wild sex nights, drugging, partying, and getting in the fight. That's all it's given for me. That's all it's given for me. Two drug addicts just going through some stuff. Two sex addicts, drug addicts, just having just going through. That's all it's given. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.